Okay, welcome. Sorry for that technical difficulty. This must be a really good talk because evil of the world wanted to put a kibosh to it. But I will make it. I've worked really hard on this. I'm proud of it. We've been studying this for like the last, my wife says fix my hair. Take a deep breath. Okay, so we're going to have fun. We're going to go deep. This is not a workshop for the spineless, I should say. But this is a journey. We do this every Saturday. Everybody say every Saturday. Don't say every. Say first Saturday of every month. We do this first Saturday of every month. We don't do this every Saturday. We work out every Saturday. We have special guests here. We have the lovely Mrs. Arve from the Beauty Counter. We'll talk about that later. We have the lovely Courtney and the handsome Brandon here from CrossFit Surge. Give them a hand. So we have Leah and May here. Give them a hand for helping out. And thanks for coming. This is really a special day because you're going to learn a lot and you're going to learn tons. And I don't want you being overwhelmed. I want you to find one thing that you can change. Just one thing. Okay? And so let's just jump into this thing. Let's put on pull up our sleeves and let's go to work. We're videotaping this, so we're going to have fun. The goal today is to put an end to unnecessary suffering in your life. You may not realize it or not, but there may be suffering going on in your body that you unnecessarily don't have to have. Okay? And we've spent the last 6 weeks working on killing cancer. Why? Because every 30 seconds somebody dies of cancer in our city. Every 19 seconds someone's told they have cancer. So it's been my job to figure out over the last 22 years, actually today is my 22-year anniversary of being in this location. So if you're wondering if I'm a real doctor, I've been here 22 years, I must be doing something right, okay? I haven't figured out what that is yet, but we'll go from there. We just thank God every day. But literally, over 50,000 of you have heard this kind of message over the last 4 weeks. We have Maximize Living offices all across the country, Puerto Rico, Canada, even in Zimbabwe. And so this is a grassroots effort for you to take back your health, for you to take responsibility for your health, but to know what to do with it. If I give you a map of California and I ask you to find Denver, you can have fundraisers, you can raise $1 billion, you're never going to find Denver. You can spend your lifetime searching for Denver in California, and you just have been given the wrong map. So I'm not here to question your sincerity or what you've done in the past or your efforts. I simply want, before you leave here today at 3 o'clock, just making sure you're awake, I want to give you the right map. Then over the next 60 days, 90 days, 6 months, you're going to have the map now and try to figure out, okay, now I know how to shop, what to buy, what to look for, things like that, the right kind of testing, the right kind of nutrition, the right kind of exercise. Some of you are getting the right map for the first time in your life, and now you're like, oh, this makes so much sense, okay? So again, this is me, just real quick. I help people win Olympic gold medals. I adjust the Bronco Alumni Association. When our family was at the London Olympics, we were at the USA House, and Apollo Ono saw me and had to get his picture taken with me. I don't know how long that was, but I think he liked my hair or something. But yeah, that's me. This is for Big Jim. Big Jim passed away in June. His daughter Ashley's wedding was in August. So I got to see what it looks like to have a daddy-daughter dance without daddy being there. This is her brother. If Jim would have had the right map 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 2 years ago, he'd be at this wedding. And so when you see my veins pop, you see me get passionate, it's simply the sad thing is that I wish your mom and dad were given the right map the day you were born, and you've had the right map your entire life to be healthy and strong, to live at your full potential. I wish that was true, but unfortunately it's not. So today now, we're going to give you that right map so you can make the rest of your life more fun and more exciting. This is for my wife. Everything I teach here, we have used to help her be healthy. This is what I use to stay so young and handsome. Someone's got to give you credit. You don't know, you don't talk about yourself. This is also what I use to get my family healthy. So what do I do? What do I do? Okay, question. Do I, with my daughters, because I don't want them getting breast cancer, so do I have them get a mammogram every year, so then after 10 years, I would be guaranteed they don't get breast cancer? Or if I should go back in my room and take my blood pressure every day, and by doing that, somehow I'm not going to have a heart attack, correct? So I don't do any of that. But it doesn't mean I just go la, la, la. No, we do specific things, and you're going to get that now over the next 8 hours as far as what we do to pull this off. Because I don't want my children getting Alzheimer's or diabetes or my grandchildren getting any of the effects you see out there. For Pete's sakes, don't want my wife having it, because someday my kids are going to be out of the house, and I want to be able to enjoy her, right? And I don't want her to be all tired and worn out from raising 5 kids, me included, and 3 dogs. And so the thing is that, are you aware? So we do lots of things, right? This is not what I put on this slide, but it's what it downloaded. Monday night, you have in your packets, right? They all have packets? No. You're all supposed to get packets. Before you leave, get a lovely packet. We worked very hard at making copies and killing trees. So make sure you please get one. But you're going to see that next Monday night, we're going to Cinzetti's. Cinzetti's is this food ninja capital of the world. I will teach you how to not go off your diet, but still go out to eat at Cinzetti's. If you like what you hear today and you want your family to get a better map, bring the Cinzetti's on Monday. I'll buy them dinner and we'll have a good time, okay? But get signed up because space is limited. The following Monday, which is November 10th, we're going to have a chili cook-off and a Thanksgiving idea potluck. So what can you do this Thanksgiving so you don't sabotage yourself and wake up sometime around Valentine's Day from a sugar buzz, okay? Because that's what happens. As soon as Thanksgiving hits, what happens? We kind of just throw the next 6 weeks, because then we have Super Bowl with the Broncos, right, and everything else. So we kind of lose. You know, we take like 4 months off from our senses as far as what to eat, because, oh, it's the holidays. You only live once, right? So we're going to have a chili cook-off. I'm not the judge. And Thanksgiving idea recipe night. I don't call it potluck anymore because it's Colorado, but it's a recipe night. And you can come and try different meals and have different fun and different food. Then the following Monday, the 17th, who would like to get rid of the sugar monster that their family has? Not that you have. I know you don't have one. But the sugar monster, right? How would you like to crack the sugar code forever? That's what I'm going to teach you on November 17th. What do we do to crack the sugar code? Doesn't mean you can't ever have sugar. I'm saying it doesn't call your name when you drive past Starbucks. You can walk past a plate of cookies and it doesn't make you gain 10 pounds. I promise you, okay? So that's what this all talked about. They didn't download. Now, the goals for today: become the healthiest you've ever been. Lose or obtain your ideal weight. Some of you need to gain weight. Some of you want to lose weight. What I'm going to teach you with the right map is how that happens. Whatever it is you want, that's going to happen. You're going to reboot your hormones. Say, woohoo! Right? Woo-hoo. Your hormones are what are sabotaging you. Your hormones are what are your fuel to make you go. I want you to get right nutrients, reverse inflammation, maximize performance, and we're going to defy the aging process. Okay? So get healthy, lose weight, defy aging. That's what this book is all about. And if you got this book, read it. This is your manual right here. Actually read it and do what it says, and you'll see amazing changes. You'll be able to kick the sugar code. You'll be able to get healthy, lose weight, defy aging. Maximize your performance, whether you're an athlete, whether you want to be at the gym and maximize your efforts, you'll be able to do that. Or how about all the above, right? So the thing is, right now, are you green grass or brown grass? So I'm going to use what took 22 years for me to understand. I'm going to teach you this in literally less than 90 minutes. And I'm going to use this one poster to basically give you 4 years of a biochemical degree. How do you like that? Okay? So everybody say green grass.
Green grass.
You were made to be healthy, right? The day you were born, did you have diabetes? Were you overweight? Did you have cancer? Did you have Alzheimer's? Were you stressed out? Did you have all the chronic diseases you see out there or that you have right now? No. You were green grass. You were healthy. You were perfect, right? So you were at green grass. And then sometime over the last 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years, you've kind of ended up with brown grass. Brown grass is any kind of ache or pain you've had for more than 2 weeks. Brown grass is any reason why you're taking a medication. Brown grass is anywhere you're frustrated with your health and it's not going away no matter what you do. It's not supposed to be there, but here's the fact. If I have a garden hose right here and it's going to the grass over there, and I step on the hose, what happens to your grass? It dies, right? But does it die overnight? No, it goes through a process, right? Well, with our body, we're born green grass, and then something shuts us down. It gets our health going in the wrong direction. We end up with these diseases or these symptoms that are really warning signs, and if we don't know what to do, then we end up being dead grass. Whether an organ gets removed, or we're simply at 40, 50, 60, 70 years old, we're done. We're done. Now, that's not how it's supposed to be, but that's what happens in America. So what I'm going to show you, and everything I'm going to teach you, is to find out where you're at in this process, and then what you can do to turn your life around, give you the right map to get you back to green grass. Raise your hand if you'd like to live a life of green grass. You've tried brown grass, you're done. You've tried it, right? Now, we can go into all these different fancy names: chronic fatigue syndrome, depression, cancer, heart disease, diabetes, schizophrenia, all these things you see out there, right? Depression, ADHD, ADD, infertility. All those things are just brown grass. You're not supposed to have that. So we don't focus on treating the disease. We simply give your body what it needs to be healthy and strong, and then you're on your way. When you were in the womb, the first organ system formed was your brain and spinal cord. Your brain and spinal cord talked to all your organs, all your muscles, all your emotions, and told them how to dance, right? If you had come out at 5 months, why is that a problem? What would you be? Underdeveloped, right? You wouldn't be done cooking. What's cooking you is your nerve system. So that's why we talk about that first. So if I want to see how healthy you are, I look at your nerve system. In this office, we take an x-ray of your spine. If I see your spine crooked, then I know that's not good, right? Because what are your vertebrae doing to your nerves? They're pinching them, just like on the hose, right? So does that cause your body to stay at green grass or make brown grass? Now here's the thing. It doesn't matter how you feel. You can be making brown grass and feel fine, right? You can be making cancer, heart disease, diabetes in the first 10, 20 years. You don't feel anything. But our testing in our office knows right away. So if you knew you were making cancer or heart disease or obesity or Alzheimer's, when would you want to know? Today. And when would you want to start changing that and fixing it? Today. Yeah. So if we can see that you're heading towards brown. So my question is, when's your grass in trouble? The minute I stepped on the hose or the moment you noticed brown grass? Wouldn't it be nice if you had a whole plan of testing to find out whether someone's stepping on the hose or not, and just quit waiting until the brown grass shows up? And then when the brown grass does show up, you have the wrong map, so you hire all these organic landscapers to start cutting up the grass and taking it away, or putting toxic fertilizer on the grass, but no one's ever getting the pressure off the hose, getting you going back to green grass. Does this make sense? Okay. I've been doing this for 25 years, 22 years right here. I assume you all can read my mind and know what I'm thinking. So I'll skip certain analogies like, well, isn't it obvious? No, you didn't talk about the hose yet. Oh, okay, good. All right. So I'm just speeding through because I know we've got a late start. But this is the green grass, brown grass. This poster alone will change healthcare if everyone in America would understand it. Okay? So again, now here's the problem though. You go to the hospital and you're confused because you got a cafeteria, restrooms, McDonald's, and a dining room right there. This is in an Atlanta hospital. McDonald's right there. Well, someone's got to make you come back over and over again, right? Now, what happened to Little Debbie? Little Debbie, when she was born, was green grass, right? But then over the years, living in America, she went to kind of brown grass and created little diabetes. Now, here's the thing. To stay this way every day of her life, she was given the wrong map. Okay? So, some of you may feel like that. Don't raise your hands. Okay? Don't elbow your neighbor. But how did this happen? Well, it just is what it is. Must be your bad genes. Must be God's mad at you. Must be because you stole a pencil in 3rd grade and you're still feeling guilty. None of that. Literally, that you haven't been taught how to stay green grass, and over time, your body just has lived itself to little diabetes now. So again, and identifying nutritional causes of disease, right? Let's switch gears now. I look at your nerve system to find out what nerves are being pinched, to find out why your organs or your muscles or your emotions aren't working right. I have other testing looking at your nutritional markers to find out why those parts of your body aren't working right, okay? So it's all about, though, removing interference, because if I get off the hose and get normal water going back to your grass, what does your grass have to do? It doesn't matter if you're Blue Cross, Blue Shield, Kaiser, it doesn't matter. If you get off the hose, your body has to heal. So as your doctor, if I can find the interference, there's usually 5 of them somewhere in your body, in your life, and if we get the pressure off those hoses, you will begin to heal over the next 30, 60, 90, 6 months, 12 months. But you'll begin to heal. You'll be given the right map. That's what today's all about. And that's all we've been doing for the last 22 years. All right? So, what is metabolics? Again, it talks about your nerve system. Metabolism is not just how many calories you eat. Metabolism is just a part of the process of your body working together with everything else that was made in the womb. So you have your nervous system, which controls everything. One system it controls is your metabolic system. But then you have all these really heady, nerdy names like your citric acid cycle, which gives your body energy. So picture it this way. You have a stove, and you want to give heat to your family, but you have no wood. Would that be a problem?
Yeah.
So if you're deficient in wood, you can't heat your family, and therefore they're going to die of starvation, freezation, whatever you call it. You're going to freeze to death, right? So your diet and your vitamins and your exercise and your mindset and you're getting adjusted is the wood that fuels your body so that you can live this thing called life, be effective, right? Well, if there's something interfering with the wood getting in the stove, my job is to find out what that is so that your body, your stove, your grass can do it. I'm going to throw like 40 different analogies at you, right? I haven't even got to the car and oil light yet. Your body can do what it needs to, so that you can do what you have to do, right? But if you're weak and fatigued and you're tired because you're not getting enough wood in the stove, that's your problem. Okay? Doesn't mean you're lacking Tylenol or hormone replacement therapy or chemotherapy, all that stuff. Okay? That has nothing to do with it. It's a lack of wood issue that you need to get into your stove again. Okay? So it's all about interference. So we're going to talk about identifying nutritional causes of disease. So, first of all, what makes you go from green grass, brown grass to dead grass? Well, first of all, how you think. Stinking thinking. You lose hope. You believe all the bad things about yourself, not the good things. If your best friend talked about you the way you talk about yourself, they wouldn't be your best friend. So we work on in this office trying to tell you we're proud of you and we love on you. Someone said we drop love bombs all the time. Why? Because I've got to get you at least like yourself before I can get you healthy. Doesn't do any good. Take vitamins if you hate yourself or you don't have any hope because your brain's like, what's the use? Who cares? So some of you the first thing you need to do is look in the mirror every morning and say, hey, good looking. What was I saying last night? What was I saying about myself last night? I'm a what?
She stopped
You wasn't listening.
She stopped dancing for
Last night I was so excited about this talk. I go, I'm a genius.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a genius. Oh, yeah. I know none of you ladies do that to your husbands. I know that, right? They were watching Phantom of the Opera. And what was the other one? Easy A? Yeah, so they are girls again. So you're thinking, we got to fix that. The next thing is your nerve supply. You can't grow grass if you don't have water going to it. Your nerve supply is your water to your grass. Nutrients. If they're toxic, which means it's not real food, or you're eating a lot of substance but it's not full of nutrients, you're deficient. Then also lack of exercise. Why we have our family here from the Surge Gym, because they do this better than anybody else. And then minimizing toxicity. So all of these things will make you green grass if you do this on a regular basis. If you ignore any of these four, not just one, but any of these five, then you're going to have brown grass and eventually dead grass. That's biochemically and statistically and medically and physiologically why your body shuts down. So you have underlying factors to disease. The cause is the cure. So what we want to find out is these are just brown grass. Can't sleep, fatigue, anxiety, headaches, inflammation, blood sugar imbalances, weight gain, nausea, bloating, gas, poor athletic performance. All these are things going on in your body that shouldn't be there. That's not normal, even though it may be common. So we have to test and find out where the interference is. That's what we do. And then, if we don't find out what's going on, we want to prevent, because it leads to obesity, heart disease, cancer, diabetes, new millennium illnesses. See? There's a cause and there's an effect. This does not mean you're normal. Everybody has it. Go to Walgreens and get your prescription. It means, no, let's find out why the grass is going brown and figure it out. So what causes us to age? All right? Well, there's 5 factors here. Insulin resistance, what you eat, can mess with your insulin, your hormones, your thyroid, and mess things up. Gain weight, you lose your giver down, everything shuts down. Oxidative stress, we'll talk about that in a minute. Inflammation, mitochondrial dysfunction, integrity of your membranes. This is why your body's shutting down. This is parts of the hose that are being interfered with nutritionally because of how you're living, your lifestyle, causing a pinch on the hose, and now it's causing you to age faster than you're supposed to, so you're going from green grass down to brown grass. And the signs of this happening in your life is weight gain, cancer, heart disease, diabetes, etc. Is this making sense? If you have any questions, let me know. But I'm trying to show you why why, that you were given the wrong map. It's not your fault, but every day you're doing things to sabotage yourself from aging at a normal rate. And what you're sabotaging are these things right here that I'll talk more about as we go on. So how did you get here? Is your body dumb, can't repair without medication, shots and surgery? I mean, you're born in America, this is how it is, everybody's going to get cancer, so why worry about it? Or is your body smart? And all these things you're feeling right now that we call brown grass is simply a warning sign saying, hey, I'm going to give you one more chance to get this right, or I'm shutting you down. I'm either going to shut your organs down, or I'm going to shut your heart down, and I'm going to take you with it. Okay? Basically, we talk about upstream testing versus downstream testing. So the mammogram, the PSA, the prostate test, the colonoscopy, all those different testing that you get once a year, those are downstream testing, because if you flunk that, or if it shows up positive, guess what? You have it, right? Now, is there a way to test years before that to find out whether you're going that way or not, so you can make changes? Now, you're going to hear a lot about functional medicine. That's what this is. It's functional medicine. But when I find something wrong, I want to get you back to green grass. Out there, when they find something wrong, it's just an earlier opportunity to start giving you the medication for it, which is toxic, which is, I'm not talking about that. So we may be talking the same talk lots of times, Dr. Oz and I, but when it comes to the end, what we do with you may be a little bit different, okay? So someone taught me at the cancer killer talk we did that I was the Dr. Oz of Colorado. I was pretty proud of that. I was pretty happy about it. So we call it the Roar of the Falls. So if Courtney and Brandon and their little girl Carson, they're rowing down the river, and they're having a good time, and yet I know that 2 miles down this river is Niagara Falls. When they're upstream, they're like, oh, this is really nice. Look at the birds. And I'm on the side going, hey, turn around. They're like, oh, you're crazy. You're kind